Hi, I'm L Jones. Just wanted to give you my story. This is why I started with an online interest to make money and make a different multiple streams of income. First, it all started back in 2007 when I was a very successful barber. My shop was very busy, more busy. The busier I thought, the better. But I didn't realize that there was time that I was going to need other than just working in the shop. So basically, me and my partner at the time, we decided to have a child. So once that child came along, I thought I better work longer and harder just so I can make more money. So we bought a house. I started working harder and longer, and because I was working harder and longer, I wasn't seeing my child. And then a few years later, a couple of years later, when my son was two, um, me and my partner broke up, and that is where I realized when I was having my child at the weekends that my son didn't know me that well, because obviously I'd just been the guy that popped in while they were getting up, and I popped out when they was going to bed. So you see, this is why I started figuring out that I needed to make residual money that wasn't my time. I wasn't trading time for money. I was putting together. I need to put together something that would make money while I slept or make money while I was looking after my son. So eventually, I started going into affiliate marketing, network marketing. I've gone through most of the money making strategies out there, and what I couldn't find was why wasn't I successful with it? Because I wasn't forming a brand. I wasn't forming any authority of anything that I knew. But basically, I was starting from scratch. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I barely knew how to put a Facebook page, put a Facebook account together, and I was really, really struggling with online. So basically, they were saying make email list, put together a squeeze page, capture page, and put a review of a product together, and do this and do that and do this and do that, and I just weren't clicking. And what I wasn't really figuring out was it's good having a product or a system, but if you haven't got traffic, none of it makes sense. And eventually, I came to a point of that's it. I gave up. I didn't do it for another 2 years. We had a second child, and the second child came along. Now I knew the mistakes I'd made in the first, so this time I wasn't going to try to work harder. I was trying to work less, to tell you the truth, and less meant I didn't have as much money. Now all of a sudden I've got two children, and I needed to figure out how I was going to make this work for me. I had a house, a shop, a family that I had to look after, and all these things were happening when I was not wanting to be sat in my shop all day long. My focus had gone from building my shop because I wanted it to be successful, I wanted it to be popular, I wanted it to be busy. Now I'm realizing that these times were taking up most of my time, so now I needed a next way of bringing in income. So this is how I discovered online marketing. Now, the more I've been doing it, the more I realized that it's traffic that you need. But the thing that you need to know once you have traffic is you got to know your stuff. You've got to know what you're doing, where you're going with it, how you are helping other people with what they've got. Because that is what you do when you're making money online. You've got to figure out what your value is. Once you find out what your value is, now you've got to find out how to monetize that value. Once you learn how to monetize that value, now you can figure out how you want to take the steps, or take your prospects, or take your potential customers to that monetization, where you can make residual money, whether you can make a purchase, whether you can make a profit, and then that is how you build your structure. Now, my thing is helping people on their social medias, because everyone is trying to figure out, and they're going through the same process as I went through. How do I monetize my my social media efforts? So basically, how do I let let people out there know what I'm there to offer, and how can I potentially make money with a PayPal button or a sign up or any of these other offers or opportunities that are out there? How do I get the person from watching what I'm doing on the social media to present them with a click or a website or a sign up page or anything that I'm offering? How do I get them from point A to point B? Now the thing is, we've got to figure out where can we put our links, because our links are the most important thing that we're getting. Everything we're going to funnel it down is to click that link. Now the best things I have found is web page builders. Now these are great. The one I'm in is Online Sale Pro. I've been in many other ones, but Online Sale Pro is the simplest and it makes it look the most professional, and you can put together funnels very fast. Now, the reason why I like this is because there is a residual money on top. So the more you help people, the more you get paid. So it encourages people to help other people. And that's the great thing about it. You want more money, so you have to help people more. And that's what I'm into. The reason I took up barbering in the first place, because I wanted to help people look good. And that's what I used to buzz off more than just the money. It was the fact that the person would come into my shop with his face down, hated the day, looks shabby, his beard just wants to change. I trim him up, the guy can't get out of the mirror. He looks sharp, it feels better. It makes it, his whole attitude changes just because of that one trim. Something I've done over a 20 minute to 30 minute time, which I obviously put together. So that's what used to make me feel good about trimming hair or making people feel better. And now the more I'm working with people online is the more I am actually enjoying that feel good again. How people are struggling with their network marketing efforts, and I'm there to help them to learn about how they can use their social medias to the best. How they optimize their social media habits, how they optimize everything that they're doing, how they get the best out of everything they're trying to do. And the thing is with these network marketing companies, it's not the fact that they're a scam. Everyone thinks they're a scam. But anything that you try and put your efforts to that doesn't get you progress is a scam. So basically, when they said that you go to university and you pay how much you pay a year, and they say, and even there they say, you may get a job. They don't say you're going to get a job, they say you may get a job. And most people don't even blink an eyelid that they've actually paid to get into something that doesn't even guarantee them a job at the end of it. But people still don't look at that as a scam. They look at that as, it's my fault. And that's exactly how you're meant to look at network marketing. You're meant to think it should be looking at it, it's your fault because it's your effort. Forget what your sponsor said. Forget what everyone said about it. It's your responsibility to make money. So when you make money, you've got to take all the credit. So when you make failures, you've got to take all the responsibility. That is how an IBO works. An IBO, or an independent business owner, works like that. They're an entrepreneur, any kind of person who's a business-minded person is there to take the responsibilities of first creating it, then testing it, then bringing it or making the action, then basically they get the rewards for the profits, or they get the the failures. It's up to them. It's all on their own back. So this is how I got to say network marketers have started off that entrepreneur mindset. Now it's up to them to actually use that now and figure out, they've actually worked out that they can make something from nothing. So they didn't have no business, now they've got a business. They've actually, they've brought that into existence. Now they've got to carry on that now and carry on with it. Forget what people have told you, forget how people have sold it you. You've made that effort, so carry on with that effort. Now once you believed in it, now you've got to carry on believing it. You've got to carry on taking steps until you make that a success. Because like I say, you'll get 100% success or you get 100% failure. It's all on your back. That is what an entrepreneur thinks like. So network marketers have got to start realizing that it's their efforts that they get paid for, not the business. The business is not there to make you money. The business is there to give you the opportunity to make money. That's the difference. It's there to change your life. It's not there. You're not there to help that get bigger. You're there to change your life. You're the one who's put this together. You're the one who's gonna make this work. So that's why this is why I want to get into people's heads. I want to be able to help them with their journey because they've chose it. They've done something for themselves. They've actually took the steps of moving out of a 9-to-5 mentality. And a 9-to-5 mentality is basically wishing or hoping that somebody will help them with their lives. That is a 9-to-5 mentality. Wishing and hoping that a company will pay me for my efforts at the end of the week, or wishing and hoping that I get the job, or wishing and hoping that the business is around. You're still wishing and hoping. Forget the wishing and hoping. That is the 20th century way of thinking. 21st century is definitely going into where you're making it happen. You're not wishing and hoping, you're making an income. You're making a profit. You're making yourself successful. 9-to-5 is hoping that someone can make you successful. You want a promotion, you want to get this, you want to buy a car, you want to do that. You hope that the job is going to pay you so you can do the successful things in your life. But I'm telling you now, you should be creating that. You should be waiting for anybody. If you've got a bill, find a way of making money to pay that bill. Don't just think that that bill's going to get paid by your salary at the end of the week or the salary at the end of the month. Forget that. You should be figuring out a way of how you generate money through your efforts more than just your boss or someone else doing it for you. Like I've always said, nowadays that the person who's sat at home, not in a 9-to-5 job, is got more time to be successful than a person sat in a job that's been there for 20 odd years, hoping that their company will pay them a pension, hoping that that company will help them be successful in their own stuff. This is why I would say, forget about a job. Get a job to get you the income to create a business. Think about that. Get a job to make enough money so you can create your business. So in a job, it's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you learn. And then you take the bit that you do earn to help fund your business to be successful and to help you progress and find that time that you can spend with your loved ones, spend that time to learn a new talent, learn a new skill, learn a new interest. That's what it's there for. So, thanks a lot. I'm L Jones. Like I said, I'm working it out. I'm there with you. If you're interested in my journey, if you're interested in what I'm trying to do, how I'm trying to come across, then please comment or share or like or do all the social media things that you feel this video deserves. And if you want to connect with me in Facebook page, I've got an Instagram, I've got a Twitter. They're all there for you. They're all there for you to contact me and get in connect with L Jones. Peace.